The others seem to hang back and just wait until the prey decides which direction it's going to go in, which is exactly what happened yesterday. Yes, that's really nice, mister. And that is male lions for one. They play a big role in defending territory and keeping the lionesses and their cubs safe from incoming males, although bearing in mind, of course, when they came in, they killed 4 of the Nkuhumas, apparently. 2 of them were before my time and resulted in Junior being removed. So they basically reduced the Nkuhumas from 10 at the start of last year to 5 now. But now they play a very important role in protecting their cubs. But despite the fact that he has been feeding on an elephant for the last few days, he won't let the lionesses feed. He wants his lion's share first, and he's got an extra, at least, I'd say for him, Birmingham boys are not big, but he's got at least 100 kilograms on these lionesses, so 220 odd pounds heavier. Oh, and it's just so, it's one of those things that we as human beings watch, and it seems so blatantly unfair, since the lionesses played an enormous role in taking, well, they took this buffalo down on their own. The males just turned up at the end. And that's just how lions work. And one thing he will be useful for is, now that they've brought their cubs here, he will be really useful in terms of keeping hyenas at bay. And it's not just him. There is actually another male lion lying at the top of the drainage line. Some of you may have spotted. So they've got an inbuilt defense system against hyenas, which is good for the safety of the cubs. But it would be very nice if perhaps he would let everybody have a meal. But they're not human, and our human ideas of fairness definitely do not apply here. He seems to have lost out, though. He's so busy being big and scary, he ended up with the raw end of the deal, which is the head and the jaw. And there's not very much left on there. And Michael, yes, that is why the male is more tolerant of the little cubs, because he is their bloodline, or they are his bloodline, or vice versa, however you want to see it. The lionesses are not. They are merely vectors, basically, to pass on his genetic material. Oh, yummy. Don't eat the stomach contents. That's not the part you're meant to eat. That's the yucky bit. No, little one. Almost. Oh. He's going to growl at her again. You can see the lioness already, not even wanting to risk it. Yes, so yes, Michael, that's why he shares a bit more leniently with the cubs. Submissive posture. How protective she is over the cubs. And the cubs immediately set about yowling their displeasure. Right, and now that he's established who's boss, off he goes to urinate on a bush. And the cubs, actually. That spray just hit the cub in front. And now that he's eaten his fill, the lionesses can finally... Oh, little cub, are you stalking Dad? There are some amazing displays of their behavior right there. The lioness is now tucking in with relish now that the male lion has moved off. You see their submissive behavior. Interesting how he felt the need to growl at them and put them in their place, even though he wasn't interested in eating anything more. Oh, and some big, fierce predator sounds coming from the little cubs, and then some actual genuinely fierce predator sounds coming from the females. And David, sorry, we were talking about lionesses and their hunting strategy. And I don't think that they have definitive roles. I think that they decided on the spur of the moment, depending upon who is where, and who actually managed to jump up on the back of the buffalo, for example, or which lioness has to brave the front. A lot of the time the hunt will be led by more experienced lionesses, but I've noticed that when sub-adult lionesses get to sort of adult age, they start to initiate the hunt more and more frequently, I think to practice, to be completely honest with you. I think that instinct really, truly kicks in at that point. And a lot of research is being done into the black back of their ears and the way in which they use that to direct their attentions and where they go and what they do. Like arrows or hand signals. Like a SWAT team using hand signals, except it's their ears. And we've got some fierce predator action happening from the cub side, pinned to the ground. I suspect we've got 2 males and a female in this particular group, although the difference isn't terribly noticeable at this point. Aubrey. What's your position? Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if those tracks would lead in here, but keep coming north, along Inyala Road north, and I'll tell you when I've got your audio, because I got your audio, but you're too far south.